As a Valorant player, I have always dreamed of having godlike mechanics, and that's exactly why in the past 30 days I spent hundreds of hours honing and perfecting my aiming style, taking inspiration from pros such as Aleksandar, 𝐬𝐬, and literally anyone on the internet glazed for having calm aim. This isn't just one of those clickbait 24-hour or 7-day challenges that are rank compilations without improvement. Because in this video, I dive deep into how pros like Aleksandar and 𝐬𝐬 aimed in order to first figure out how I can replicate their calmer aiming style, second, develop optimal routines both in and out of the game for my improvement, and finally, put in the work every single day in KOVAAKS, deathmatches, and ranked. But real quick, over the last 30 days, I've been taking streaming a lot more seriously. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see my process live, I stream over on twitch.tv/KoreyVL. Over there, you'll see the authentic ranked experience, you'll see how I train my aim, my crosshair placement and movement, and sometimes you'll even catch me studying a pro VOD right there on stream. Honestly, I'm probably one of the only streamers that watches a pro VOD every time they go live. If you want to help make my dream of being a full-time content creator come true, pull through, and at 100 subs, I'm going to be doing a full stream where I react to all of my Twitch subscribers' gameplay. If you want to be notified for every stream, join the Discord, cop the notification roll, links all in the description down below. To fix my aim, the plan was simple. Take a look at this footage from before I started this challenge. While my aim was good and I was hitting my shots, I just couldn't perform consistently and I lacked stability. Some things to look out for in this footage is my first bullet accuracy as well as how often I'm spraying. These are all problems that I heavily focused on during these 30 days of training. Even though it might look like my aim and crosshair placement is good in this footage, it's important to keep in mind that the mistakes that I'm making here in my highlights are definitely things that showed up in my game-to-game performance. Now that I knew exactly what was wrong with my aim, I studied 𝐬𝐬, a pro that completely eliminated these weaknesses from his gameplay. I learned a lot that you can check out in these videos, but here are the 3 main takeaways. First, I needed to perfect my aiming technique. 𝐬𝐬 had an aiming style where he focused on soft landings and also prioritized underflicking rather than overflicking to make his mouse movements more efficient. I ended up working with one of the best full-take aimers in the world to create a personalized routine that would help me achieve better mouse control. Almost every day in this 30-day challenge, I aim trained for over 2 hours a day in KOVAAKS. The second thing that I needed to do was become methodical. 𝐬𝐬 has some of the best crosshair placement in the scene, allowing him to look like he barely has to move his mouse when he's getting kills. In order to imitate 𝐬𝐬, the thing that I did was play 10 or more deathmatches a day, all focused on mastering my crosshair placement while I was peeking angles, holding angles, and roaming around the map having passive crosshair placement. This ended up being literally 300 deathmatches this act. The last thing that I noticed is that 𝐬𝐬's speed in general is a lot slower than other pros, but yet his time to kill was faster than average. This inspired me to start slowing down and becoming more efficient as an aimer. I repeated this one phrase to myself every single day. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I focused on this in the range, in deathmatches, and sometimes even when I was aim training in KOVAAKS. After the 30 days were complete, I ended up looking like this. Like, those are just not things that you say, bro. Unlike the footage from before the challenge, where I had to use a highlight, after the 30 days of training I was able to hit clips like this almost every time I hopped onto deathmatch. But I didn't start this challenge to do well in deathmatches. The question is, could I do this in ranked?
Nice.
You could go back now. He's coming towards you. Oh, there's 3 here. It's gonna be one on B.
Throughout the first 2 weeks, you can see that I'm very comfortable holding angles. But peeking was a whole different story. If you look at this clip closely, you can kind of see myself having to adjust after every single peek. And a lot of the time, I'm not setting myself up to engage in these gunfights properly.
Last player standing.
One band. Might have TP'd out.
One enemy remaining. You had your fun. My turn. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
When watching back these clips from the early days, it almost looks like I'm playing an aim training scenario. Especially with the headhunter, it really looked like I was just botting out holding angles. Also, I don't want to be that guy, but this summer I'm trying to take this YouTube thing full time. So if you're enjoying the video, feel free to like, subscribe, and do all the algorithm things, because it would mean the absolute world to me.
enemy
Flashing,
remaining.
okay.
As the days progressed, I began to feel way more comfortable peeking angles. And this is when I actually began to feel like I was making serious progress.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. 4 and then dark. One enemy remaining.
Nah, they're both there. They're both there.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no, I didn't get stuck.
Spike down mid.
There's at least 2 backside.
One enemy remaining.
Got one.
One enemy remaining.
I think by day 21, I started hitting clips that actually looked like they could have been played by Ye.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Two there.
Spike down. Spike down A.
One more.
Oh, I got hit on.
Oh my god.
40
Down
KJ.
Last player standing.
Like what?
One enemy remaining.
Oh, you're him.
Last player standing.
Full sprint. Bitch. I bet you their Jets fucking hiding.
One enemy remaining.
Now by this point, I climbed over 250 RR, and I struggled to get clips like the early days because my opponents were a lot better. Despite this, I'm really happy with how the results turned out, and I want you to comment down below what you think.
One enemy remaining.
Yo, what the hell?
Spike down.
Nice, I have no smoke. Fuck that. Nice.
Gotcha, fun.
KJ's always garage on these hits.
Spike down.
Always garage.
I've got it.
One enemy remaining.
Wall's going out.
Blocking sight.
And wall's going down.
One enemy remaining.
I started this act in Diamond 3, and I ended it Ascendant 3. If you want to drop by live on my journey of hitting Immortal, well, the link's in the description down below. Bye bye!